Sam Elliott is very well known in Hollywood. He is very recognizable with his tall, imposing stature, his deep, commanding voice, his rugged good looks, and of course that signature mustache. Now, at some point or another, you've heard Sam's voice or seen his face. He may not be on the same super famous level as, say, Harrison Ford or Clint Eastwood, but he has had a pretty great career over the last 50 years. If you're a fan of Sam Elliott, you might think you know everything there is to know about him, but we have a few fascinating facts you may not know. Facts First presents Sam Elliott is almost 80. Look at him now after he lost all of his fortune. Sam was born in 1944 in Southern California. His father worked for the government, working as an animal control specialist. His mother was a teacher and a fitness instructor. When Sam was very young, he voiced his desire to be an actor. Unfortunately, his father didn't share his vision and believed that Sam was being unrealistic. His father wanted him to focus on a traditional career path, which included a college degree. This resulted in a lifelong conflict between the two men, which would damage their relationship. Sadly, they never made up. Sam does have nice things to say about his father despite the issues they had, and gives his dad credit for instilling in him a strong ethic. Sam says he never blamed his father for trying to get him to focus on a realistic career. When Sam was 18 years old, he was nowhere near stardom, and his father had passed away from a sudden heart attack. Sam never had a chance to repair the rift between himself and his father, and he's carried that burden his entire life. Sam's father's death didn't change his desire to chase his dreams, though. He dropped out of college shortly after his father passed. He never allowed his father's opinion or death to derail his career. Sam's only regret is that his father didn't live long enough to see him become a successful actor. When Sam was attending college in Vancouver, he starred in a local production of Guys and Dolls. The city newspaper reviewed the play and they singled out Sam's performance. In the review, it said that Sam should consider becoming a professional actor. He took those words to heart, and he relocated to Hollywood a few years later to pursue his dream. Had he never read that review, who knows where Sam would be today. Now, when actors are trying to make it in Hollywood, they have to get a day job just to get them by until that big break happens. Many actors work as waiters and waitresses because that kind of work is flexible. But that wasn't right for Sam. Between classes and auditions, he chose to work in construction. There were plenty of construction jobs available at the time, and Sam took those to make ends meet. Sam's part-time career influenced a lot of his roles, too. He was often cast in tough, strong roles, mostly outdoors. Thanks to his tall stature and imposing presence, Sam was cast in several roles as a military man. When he was younger, he played a soldier, and later he played an officer. Many people don't know this, but there was a bit of reality behind Sam's acting skills. When he was in college, working in construction, and trying to make it in Hollywood, Sam was also in the California Air National Guard. He says that his brief time in the military was crucial in developing his discipline and skills for his acting career. Like many struggling actors, Sam's success in Hollywood didn't happen overnight. His start in showbiz was playing an uncredited role in The Way West. Next, he had several small roles in a few episodes of the police television show Felony Squad, and that led to several minor roles over the next couple of years. Now, these may have been small roles, but they helped him get better as an actor, and the right people were able to see his acting skills. Soon, Sam took his career to the next level, and his future was looking bright. Sam's first notable role of any significance was a very small part. He starred with Robert Redford and Paul Newman in Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. Sam's character didn't even have a name in the film. He was only known as Card Player Number 2. Even though he had a small part, it was a huge deal for Sam. Still a budding actor. The movie was a hit, and millions of people saw Sam's face. Katherine Ross played one of the leads in the film, and she and Sam would later get married. They didn't have any scenes together, and they didn't really even get to know each other while filming the movie. It wouldn't be until 10 years after they shot the film that they would finally meet and fall in love. They got married in 1994. Sam's success in Hollywood was slow and steady. During the 60s and 70s, he landed steady jobs. He starred in TV shows, including FBI, Land of the Giants, Bracken's World, and 3 episodes of Lancer. He also had a role in the movie The Game. Sam was willing to take any role offered to him, and he had no problem auditioning for any role he could. Over time, his roles were getting better. He thought that his 13-episode recurring role in Mission Impossible was his big break, but a year later, that was his real big break. He landed the role of Evel Knievel in the TV film, and it sent his career soaring. Then, he landed a role in the 7-part miniseries Once an Eagle. Finally, his career was heading in the right direction. When Sam's career really started started taking off, he landed a role in the 1978 horror film The Legacy. Catherine Ross also had a small part in the movie. It had been 10 years since they'd played in Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. The Legacy was a significant role for Sam for a couple of reasons. First, it was his first starring role in a major motion picture, and also it was the beginning of Sam's relationship with his future wife. According to Sam, he was immediately smitten with Katherine. When he was filming Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid in 1969, he said he was actually too afraid to speak to her. Yeah, he's a rugged, good-looking guy, but she had a leading role when he didn't, and he was just an extra in a bar scene. At the time, he thought that she was way out of his league, so he kept quiet about his feelings for her. When asked what attracted Katherine to her Legacy co-star, she was asked if it was his rugged good looks, his deep voice, his straight-shooting personality, or the mustache. She admitted it could have been all of the above. She added it could be all that and more. Sam doesn't really care what the reason is. All that matters is that she finally fell for him. When Sam and Katherine started dating, she was still married to movie set tech Gaetano Lisi. The couple's relationship was already falling apart, and they were heading towards divorce, but for Katherine, it was still a scandalous time to be getting involved with anyone. For Katherine, going through a divorce, it was nothing new. She had already been divorced 3 times before. When her divorce was final, she was free to openly date Sam, who had never been married. Yet she now has been married 5 times. When Sam and Katherine started dating, both of their careers were soaring. Thanks to Katherine's good looks and Sam's mooning scene in The Legacy, they became known as a Hollywood super couple. In 1979, Sam and Katherine were on the cover of Playgirl magazine after being named Hollywood's sexiest couple. If they were looking for a private life, that article crushed all of those hopes. Sam was asked to go in for a screen test for the role of Gar in the movie Mask. He turned down the audition, but when Katherine found out, she called his agent and told him no, Sam would be there to audition. Sam is very thankful that his wife did that because it turned out that's what established him in mainstream mid-budget Hollywood movies. Sam gave a remarkable performance and even stole a few scenes. The Los Angeles Times wrote that his portrayal of Gar was terrific, and it received as much critical attention as the performances by Cher and Eric Stoltz. According to reports, Sam's net worth is somewhere in the range of $16 million. Most of his money was made, of course, through his acting, and a portion of it was also earned during his narrative and voiceover roles. I mean, really, with a voice like that, wouldn't you use it? Sam and Katherine, they own several properties across the U.S. today. He's almost 80 now, and look at him now after he's lost all of his fortune. Okay, well, technically he did not lose his fortune. He just slowed down with work since getting older. And now that his most recent project, The Ranch, is over, he has a lot of time to relax. He should relax. He deserves it, and I don't think he has to worry about the money. What's your favorite Sam Elliott role? Me? I know it's kind of odd, but Roadhouse. Man, he was awesome. Tell us yours in the comments below, and subscribe for more.